Hello, Presence of Mind family. I have to tell you, I missed you all already. Seems weird to not be with you all, but this is the next best thing to being there. So I like to say, let's start by stopping. So I'm going to just stop what I'm doing and just take a moment to land. So I like to sit on blocks so that my hips are higher than my knees. I take the flesh away and I zip my belly in and up. And once I do that, I have a nice long spine, my heart comes forward, and my back is strong. So I can have a strong backbone and also lead with my heart. Both things are true. And take your fist and put it under your chin, so this way we know we're not too far forward or too far back. And as I would like to say today, at least I know that my head's on straight. So we have lots of choices. Palms up, meaning that you're ready to receive this class, this invitation to be open to possibility and healing. If you're feeling a little unsure and you want to be a little more inward, your hands can be resting on your lap. Or you might be like this and this. Who knows? Today I don't know how I feel. So I'm going to just start with this. So as you know, I like to have an offering. So today's offering is peppermint, the oil of the buoyant heart. Peppermint brings joy and buoyancy to the heart and soul. It invigorates body, mind, and spirit, and reminds individuals that life can be happy and they don't have to be controlled by fear. It lifts an individual out of their emotional trials for a short reprieve. When individuals use peppermint, they feel as though they're gliding through life. It assists in staying on the surface of emotional issues like floating on top of the water. The power of peppermint can be felt in times of discouragement or despair. When individuals are disheartened, they may use peppermint to rediscover the joy of being alive. Peppermint can be used and abused as a permanent escape to avoid dealing with emotional pain, and it can hinder your growth and progress. Peppermint should not be used in this way. It aids individuals who need a short breather. At times, a reprieve is necessary from re-entering emotional waters, but not meant to wade in the shallow end forever. When it is accepted and embraced, emotional pain serves as a teacher. Peppermint can assist individuals in regaining the strength needed to face their emotional reality. Well, there's no accidents that I picked peppermint today. So you can inhale it from the bottle, diffuse it, place it in your hand, or apply it over your chest and neck. So I'm going to take a little peppermint today, do a little inhale. Whew, that'll wake me up. Put a little on my shoulders. Oh, helps with breath. And I am trying not to be controlled by fear today. And the second is for those that know me. Today, I also would like to share a reading before we start. So today's reading is Get Back in Your Body. When you find yourself drifting away, losing touch with yourself, jumping from the present moment to find some far-off point in the future, get back in your body. Instinctively, we become afraid or find ourselves in a painful situation. We leave our bodies temporarily. We may shut down, move our consciousness out, abandon or ignore ourselves. Sometimes it's natural to go numb, to just go through the motions until things calm down. It's easier than feeling. But shutting down our bodies and emotions, disappearing as a way of life, won't get us where we're going, to the heart. Living with an open heart means we stay present for ourselves and feel as much as we can, as much as we need to. We feel the feelings that come our way. You are safe now. You know how to own your power. You know how to lovingly care for and nurture yourself. You know how to trust God and the universe to help you. You know you can trust yourself. You are safe now, safe enough to feel. Deliberately and consciously get back in your body. Feel your feet, head, arms, and legs. Feel your heart and listen to it beat. Rub your shoulders, massage your feet. You're powerful now and powerfully connected to yourself. Get back in your body and come back to life. So again, nice long spine, coming into your comfortable seat. And we're going to start by stopping. So let's place our right hand on our heart and our left hand over. And just, if it's accessible to you, the invitation is to close your eyes. If that doesn't work for you, then just a soft gaze. Pause here. Take a moment to feel your own heartbeat. And send gratitude to that heart that woke us up today, is beating more rapidly than normal. Feel that heart that feels everything from the fear that is in the world to the fear of our families, as well as the love that we feel for everyone. Send gratitude to that heart. And before we start this practice today, set an intention from your heart to yourself first. It can be to a body part that you might be struggling with, or something that you're working on, something just for you today, some sort of self-care. Gently inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. The second intention for this practice will be to someone that is heavy in your heart. Could be someone you dreamed about, someone that you thought about. On your next inhale, send an intention of love and healing to that person. And lastly, send an intention to someone that you don't want to set an intention to. You're holding a grudge. I ain't got time for that. No, send that person an intention. Someone that you're struggling with. They may need this intention more than you know. So you're going to inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. And then slowly, as you flutter your eyes open, shake out your hands, and it is so. The energy is off into the universe. And anytime your mind wanders during this practice, then the intention will fill your mind. Oh, so here we are. Let's take a moment here to just settle in. Let's settle into breath. So again, your eyes can be closed or open, and you're just going to notice. Notice the quality of your physical body. Notice the quality of your emotions. And then spiritually notice, in this new time of distance, do you feel connected to spirit, to others, to the world? And just pause here. Beginning by feeling how your clothes feel on your mat. How my breath was just short. That I realized I'm breathing only in the upper half of my lungs. I am feeling a little anxious. So I'm going to make sure that I'm going to take a nice big inhale through my nose. 2, 3, 4. Pause at the top. And then exhale through my nose. 2, 3, 4. Pause at the bottom. Nice big inhale through your nose. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause at the top. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause at the bottom. We're trying to lengthen our inhales and our exhales. So again, in through your nose, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Maybe you're only getting to 4. Maybe you're up to 7. You do what works for you. So again, we're going to use this breath for 3 more rounds. On your own, inhaling through your nose, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause at the top. Exhale through your nose, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pause at the bottom. 2 more rounds. And then from here, back to normal breath, whatever that is for you. There's nothing to do or anywhere to go. You're just noticing now the effect of that directed breath. You may notice that you feel calmer. I realize that I must be holding my breath. I feel like the whole world is holding their breath right now. And what we can control today is breath. Breath is life. It's our life force, our prana. And where we direct that breath, our focus and energy will go. Okay, so from here, how is everyone feeling today? I'm feeling like I need more of a little bit of a grounding practice. So I'm going to start by standing up so everyone can stand up. And at home, if you have blocks, you may not. And also, you may have in your home a golf ball. I have a wooden dowel, and I like to say, I am going to start by waking up my feet. So I take the golf ball, start on my right foot, and rub that on each corner of my foot into the arches. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. So we're waking up our feet, the nerve endings of our feet, trying to wake up energy from root all the way up to crown. This is an amazing practice, and it's also really good for plantar fasciitis. Oh my goodness. Before I go to the next side, I'm going to pause here, standing and just noticing how that feels in my feet. My right side definitely feels a little more awake, and it's harder for me to pick up my right foot, so I'm more rooted. I woke up those nerve endings, so I feel more connected to Mother Earth, to Source. So then we'll start on our left foot. Actually, one foot might be easier than the other. And if it feels really good in a certain corner, make sure you get that corner. Oh my goodness. So again, waking up the feet. If you don't have a golf ball or a wooden dowel, you can use your block. So again, I'll show you here, you're taking your right foot and you're waking up your entire foot, right? You're getting in the arches, you're getting on the corners, on your heels, your toe mounds, waking up that foot. And again, on the other side, so you're getting the top, underneath. Hurts so good, really. Whew. And now, both my feet are more awake. So I'm going to pause here, and again, feeling my feet. What does it feel like to have my feet grounded into the earth? Whew. So again, inhaling up, exhale back. Just rocking back and forth on your feet, spreading all four corners, getting on all four corners of your feet, maybe rocking back and forth, up and down. Okay, so next you're going to take your block and you're going to have your toe mound resting on the block. You want your hips forward, about hip distance apart, so that I'm nice and tall. Tailbone down, belly zipped in and up, chest out, collarbones wide, like you're pressing the outside of your shoulders on either side of the room. Then from here, I'm not locking out any joints, because when we lock things out, no energy can get through. But what I'm trying to do here is give myself a really big hamstring stretch. So what I'm doing is I'm inching forward just a little bit. Ooh, I don't want to rip muscle off bone, but as I'm standing here, I'm taking a nice inhale through the nose and an exhale through the nose. Nice big stretch. Oh my gosh, the whole back of the leg. It's like there's a window in the back of my knee, like an opening of your soul in the back. So again, here you're just pausing and you're inhaling and you're exhaling. Notice sensation, how it feels. Sensation is, oh, it's moving. Oh, it's getting a little looser. Pain is ouch. Any kind of ouch, we back off. So again, maybe you come a little closer. Again, tailbone down, belly zipped in and up. I was getting lazy myself. And I'm inhaling and exhaling. And then I'm going to back up and just, again, pause, closing the eyes, and just notice the energy in your right leg. How far from the core of the earth up your leg does it go? And does one side of your body feel different than the other? Okay, and of course in yoga we do everything to balance, so then we go to the next side. So left foot this time, the block is right at your toe mound, you're just resting. And your legs are hip distance apart and your hips are forward, tailbone down. Okay, inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. Ooh, noticing maybe one side's different than the other. And I like to say that there's no inner critic here. Okay, so I don't say, oh my God, this side is bad or this side is good. I'm just noticing that one side might be tighter than the other. So I might have to stay here just a pinch longer to come into balance, okay? And then again, maybe come a little more forward. Nice big inhale, exhale. Don't totally lock any joints out. Breathing. And then you're going to come back off your block and pause here. And just notice the quality of the energy in this leg. Are you balanced? How is that feeling? Okay, so for those of you in my class, you know that now we're going to do some knees. So we're going to place our hands on our knees and, whatever is good for you, hip distance apart. And you're going to circle your knees in one direction. You're getting that energy flowing. And then circle them in the other direction. Interestingly enough, I've learned that fear is held in our knees. And so there's definitely a lot of fear in the world this couple weeks. So let's get that fluid and release that energy of fear that we may be holding in the knees. Okay. And we're working our way up. Okay, so then from here, we're going to take the block, if you have one, and you're going to place it in between your thighs, the long way. I'm about hip distance apart, 2 fists, I look down, and my toes might be in just a pinch, but the outside of my feet are parallel with my mat. Tailbone down. So my belly again is zipped in and up. And then from here, you're just gonna squeeze, internal rotation, squeeze everything in towards your middle. And then exhale, release. You're not dropping the block though. Inhale, squeeze, internal rotation, squeeze your glutes, draw everything in. Exhale, release. So when we say engage your quads, then this is what we're saying. You're lifting them up and squeezing in. And exhale. All right. So working our way up. So next is hips. So hips, feet are about hip distance apart, maybe a little wider. You're not locking your knees out. And what I like to say is we hold a lot of emotions in our hips. So many of my greatest teachers have said, our issues live in our tissues. So when we move and breathe, we release things known and unknown. So for example, in our hips, we may be holding some trauma. Also, maybe someone in the 3rd grade said something to you and you might not even know that you're still hanging on to it. We might be. So when we move our hips, we are releasing things known and unknown. And for those of you who know me well, I like to add in a little bit more. I like to stir the pot, right? So stir the pot. Like a, witch's brew, or maybe it's, because we're in Maine chowder, nice and thick and slow. Pretend that you are the spoon and you want to get every little last bit. So you're inhaling and you're exhaling. Maybe you're getting lower or wider. Moving those hips. You're going to pause in the center, and then you're going to go in the opposite direction, right? Stirring the pot. Maybe you are the spoon in a thick jar of peanut butter, and you're getting all those sides, getting it all out. You don't want to waste any of this. So you're moving those hips. It's like the Tin Man, getting them going, especially in the morning, right? Ooh, oh, that feels so much better. All right, so we woke up feet, knees, quads, hips. All right. So here, I want to get a little twisting going here. So we're going to move our spine. We're going to twist. So from here, just gentle. This is like a coattails twist. So your arms are free, and they're just kind of slapping wherever they slap. And you're just twisting one side to the other. Your tailbone's down, your belly's zipped in and up, and you're just letting it go. And you're breathing. And I just yawned because I was clenching my jaw. So, to stop this, you slow yourself down. You don't just stop. And interestingly enough, before you switch to the other side, just pause and notice, can you feel that energy still around you? I actually still feel like I'm going in a circle. So this circle is like a chakra clearing. It's like going all the way up. Feels kind of good. Now, opposite direction. Notice, ooh, this side. Oh wait, I gotta go this way. Yeah, this way. Ooh, this way. If I start the other way, ooh, that does not feel quite the same to me. So, experiment. Notice if you like to go to one side more than the other. So again, your arms are loose. They're just hitting wherever they hit. You're toning in your belly, your tailbone's down, and this should feel kind of good. So here, we're warming up, side body, getting a little fire in our midsection. And again, to stop, you're slowing it down. And come to pause there. Ooh, and just notice how that feels. So for me, when I go the other way, it actually makes me feel a little off balance. So while you're home, bring yourself one way first, right to left, and then go left to right. So waking up the heart, extending out under your arms, getting some energy moving up around your heart. And slow down here. Again, pause. Ooh, I am now alive. Ooh, my heart is beating much more awake. Okay, then we're going to move up a little more. So shoulders. So roll your shoulders. Big circle rolls in one direction. And then in the opposite direction, exaggerated. Notice which way you like to go first. I like rolling mine back better. Some people like rolling them forward. Okay. All right, so shoulders, a little more shoulder work. Here we are. So you have your strap. This is my son's old karate belt. You could use a tie. You can use whatever you can find around your house, right? Or if you don't have a yoga strap. So again, your feet are a little wide. You're not locking anything out, and you have your strap in your hand. Like the strap is in your thumb and your first finger. You're not gripping. You're just holding here. And you're going to have it come up over your head on your inhale. Exhale behind you. Ooh, inhale up. Ooh, exhale down. My shoulders feeling like they are carrying the weight of the world. I didn't realize how good this felt. Oh, you might want to on one side and then the other, pausing if it feels good to you. Nice big shoulder stretch. Opening the chest and our heart, because fear, oh, we're cold and we're scared and we just want to curl up into a little ball, right? I do feel like that a little bit. So today I'm going to open my chest, open my heart, so I can feel my feelings, what's going on. And I don't have to carry this weight of the world all by myself. So again, some people like to really have this. They go bending, and they go all the way around. Oh, they might pause here, and maybe they go in the opposite direction. Whatever feels good to you. One side and then the other. Okay. And lastly, might feel good. You might want to bend it. Make your strap a little smaller this time, right? So now I'm doing it in 4s. So it's a nice long strap here. And this time I'm going to inhale up, right? Turn to the side so you can see. I'm inhaling up. And then exhale down. And then I'm going to take it and put it behind me this time. So here I am sitting a little bit back in my chair. So notice ankle and knee are in alignment. I'm not doing this. I'm behind me. So hips and tailbone are behind you like you're squatting in your chair. And then your chest is going to come down towards your belly. And as you're here, see a nice long spine here, okay? And you're going to take your strap, and you're going to inhale up. Exhale down. Ooh, inhale up. Exhale down. These are good for your triceps. Inhale up. Exhale down. Okay. Lastly, you're going to inhale up, and you're going to bring your belly to your chest. So your chest and your belly are on your knees. And your arms are coming up behind you. And when you're here, then you're going to pull your strap. So you're taking your arms and you're pulling to the outside. Ooh, it's bringing your shoulder blades together. Nice, nice big stretch. This could be great for some of you. If some of you want a little more, you can take your strap. You can clasp your hands and you can come over. When you're here, shake your head yes, shake your head no, let go of everything that isn't serving you anymore. Don't lock out your elbows. Nice big breath here. I'm going to release my hands and bring them down to the earth. Again, shaking my head yes and no. Okay. And then from here, I'm using my hands to walk them up my legs, my thighs, and my head will be the last thing that comes up. Okay, so here we are. We are now awake from root. We woke our feet up all the way up to our head. Okay, so from here, lastly, we're going to come into the full mountain. So, strong like a mountain. You're going to ground your feet, so you're going to go back and forth. See if you can go back on your heels and pick your toes up. Can you pick up your toes, spread them really wide, and place them down back on your mat. Your feet hip distance apart, roughly 2 fists. So I look down. I turn my toes in just a bit so that the outside edges of my feet, my pinky toe and my heel are in alignment. Okay, engaging quads. All right, tailbone not too far forward, not too far back. So belly zipped in and up. Shoulder blades extending either side, nice and wide. Bring your fist under your chin, so you're in alignment from root to crown. Again, now bring your shoulders up around your ears and slide them down your back. Those angel wings, have them touching. And bring your thumbs out like you're hitchhiking, so your shoulders come together, nice wide palms. Here you are strong like a mountain. So here, if it's accessible, close your eyes. If not, a soft gaze. Feel the strength of your mountain. Imagine that the source of life is coming up through your feet. That you are connected to the core of the earth where there's fire, so that you will have energy to withstand all storms. You're strong and tall like a mountain. Sometimes we don't see the bottom of the mountain that is grounded and connected and firm. Mountains can withstand rain and storms and sleet and mudslides and tornadoes, and they stand. Mountains don't care what they look like. Mountains don't care what other people think about them. Mountains are strong because they are mountains. And we are strong because we are who we are. Strong in the storm together, connected in our bodies, connected together through cyberspace now, and connected to each other, because this is for all of us together. We will weather this storm together. So imagine your favorite mountain. Where are you? You could be anywhere in the world right now on your mountain. Imagine that you are there. Are you in the hills? Is it snowing? Is it a beautiful spring day, maybe with daffodils and daisies everywhere? Wherever you are, maybe you're a volcano. I'm not sure where you are. But know that you're safe right now in this mountain. And that we can come back to this place for strength, for energy, to remind us to stand tall, to stand in our truth, to stand in our essence, and to stand together, because each one of us is important. We are all afraid. I like to say we can face everything and rise. Right? Fear. Face everything and rise. Or fear. Fuck everything and run. And we need to face everything and rise. Oh, so take a nice big inhale. Arms outstretched wide. You're taking up space. You matter. You are loved by me and this community. And bring your hands in prayer to your third eye. And I like to say, may our thoughts be kind. And then lips. May our words be kind. And then to our hearts. May our hearts be kind. Not only to ourselves, but to everyone. Because we are all fighting a hard battle. Namaste. I salute the divine light in you as you do in me, and I will see you again tomorrow. Namaste.